Alrighty, fellas, I can tell today is going to be a banger stream. We're already starting things off with bathroom etiquette in the Twitch chat. How are we doing today? What's up, fellas? Good morning, good morning. My name's Patrouski. Welcome back to your daily PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of tips, tricks, information, and what's happening inside the PokeMMO space. Let's go ahead and get into our daily news and just jump straight into things. First things first, catch events. If you don't know, PokeMMO hosts official catch events like about 3 times a week. You can go catch Pokemon and make some Pokeyen, get some 1x31 Pokemon, not worth as much as they used to be, but obviously you can still break even or still make a small profit if you're false swipe Pokeballing, and you have a chance at winning RP, winning shinies, and winning some really cool overarching prizes, and just getting involved in the community also always feels amazing. All right, let's jump into the first event. It is a Seeking and a Magikarp catch event coming up on this Friday, September 19th. That's at 2 p.m. ET. It's in Fuchsia City in Kanto. You have to go into a little building, like right to the right of the PC, go into a house and then out the exit into like the backyard of this little house, and there's a little pool of water. And you can just sit there, and I would recommend old rodding. Specifically for this event, I would just totally ignore Seeking and Goldeen. I believe you'll only get these if you good or super rod, and there's just no real reason to. You can just catch Magikarp with a 100% encounter rate with old rod, and nest ball it really easily, or false swipe Pokeball, really low catch rate compared to Goldeen Seeking. I would just go ahead and just old rod. Yeah, it's gonna be your best odds. You might see some Goldeen, someone in chat said you might see some Goldeens with old rods, but which is fine. It's going to be easier to just old rod, in my opinion, for this little secret strategy for this event. Pretty well known at this point, though. Not so secret. Shiny Goldeen is up for grabs. Not the best shiny in the world, but still a fantastically IV'd, a fantastically statted shiny Pokemon, plus 1,000 RP. Also, second place, third place, some RP as well. Getting free premium currency ahead of the event season. The best time to go ahead and earn it. Next up, we have a community event. I do want to say we only have, I believe, one scheduled catch event right now. Right now in Pokemon, we only have one scheduled United States time, Bertopian time catch event. So I'm sure we'll see more scheduled very, very soon, but I believe that's all we have right now. I could be mistaken. We'll double check. But anyways, Safari Showdown. So this is a community catch event. It's an unofficial catch event. Official events are held by the staff members of PokeMMO, and then these are held by just normal players, just like you. You can host an event if you really want to in PokeMMO, which is a fantastic opportunity to get involved with the community and meet some people and make some connections. Pokedex has been doing so. He is hosting not only like just a normal unofficial catch event, he is hosting a unique unofficial catch event every single week. This recurs right now every single Saturday. I can't recommend enough to support this guy. Shout him out. Talk about his amazing event. He hosts an event where you go to a safari zone and you catch Pokemon for 1 hour. So you have a catching competition, a normal catch event for 1 hour, and then after that hour is up, you also do a PvP tournament. And let's say you're really busy, you only have the time for the 1 hour, you could absolutely go ahead and just do the catch event and then peace out if you need to, from my understanding, because they are separated prizes. You can win a prize in the catch event and then not do the PvP tournament if you really don't want to, but I recommend it. The PvP tournament would be a lot of fun. You don't have to be good at PvP to play this kind of PvP tournament. Don't hear the phrase PvP tournament and get worried. This is literally a PvP tournament with raw Pokemon just caught in the Safari Zone. It's really just a fun, unique way to engage with that kind of content. It's less PvP and honestly more like PVM / like unique, just weird little gameplay versus another player, I guess. So I would check that out. It's a lot of fun. Next up, we do have Chinese catch events. The only difference between a Chinese catch event and an American, or I guess Western world, catch event is really just the time zone. If you are a Chinese player, if you are an Australian player, if you are a graveyard shift worker, right? You don't even have to be from different regions of the world. If you have a just non-normal time zone. I love shouting out these events, and I've started to do this a lot more regularly for those types of players. I always say Australian Ironmen. A lot of people complain about not being able to make catch events. Australians, I think, have the most right to complain. Some people kind of over complain, what humans do, right? But Australian Ironmen actually catch the short end of the stick. If anybody should be complaining, it's Australian Ironmen. They really do get screwed the hardest on this situation. So if you're an Australian player, I cannot please recommend check out Chinese catch events. I think these happen at like 6 p.m. It's either like 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. Australian Central Time. This is your best chance to do catch events in PokeMMO. Beijing time, 1600 Sunday the 21st at Unova. Psychedelic Forest, I'm assuming that is Lost Lorn Forest. I used Google Translate, so yeah, this is definitely Lost Lorn Forest. You can tell because the Pokemon, you have to do some like rough translations yourself because Google Translate's not perfect, but it's still it's a way for everybody across the world to participate in events, and that's what's super important. There is a shiny Venipede up for grabs. If you wanted to do this as an American, you absolutely could. It's like 4 a.m. my time zone, but if you're committed, you can. Or if you work graveyard shift, once again, like certain people have different hours or second or third shift. If this is your schedule, if this works best for you, hell yeah, you know. All right. So there's a shiny Venipede up for grabs in this event. Next up, shiny Nidoran catch event on Saturday, September 20th, 1600 Beijing time. If you Google 1600 Beijing time to my time zone, you should get a good answer of when that is for you as well. Kanto region, hunting zone, I'm assuming that's the Safari zone. Safari zone, Nidoran and Nidorino. Normal catch event rules, if you aren't familiar, if you Google catch events explained, Pokemon, I have a video on it. We have a shiny Nidoran up for grabs as the prize, and the RP is all split evenly. Next up, we have some quick suggestion box stuff. Just a lot of rapid fire, honestly. Pretty rapid fire suggestion box stuff. Let's go through it. This guy, short, sweet, simple, and in my opinion, correct. A good suggestion. The title of the post is just more channels. Enough time has passed. Add channels 6 to 10. In some areas, it's so populated that you'll be thrown into channels 5+. Might as well be able to select the populated channels as a preference. For example, Petalburg Woods, route through Unova, Ditto spots, always alpha spawns, absolutely. Yeah, this is even sometimes it's slow to add 10+ channels to dominate players such events. Dude, yeah, everyone knows who goes to alphas. Sometimes I've seen players get switched to channel 124 when going to an alpha spawn. Like, things can get really, really crazy. Alpha Dittos, I have a pretty decent computer. I maintain about, not the best of all time, but like pretty decent. I maintain about I lock my FPS at 500 and maintain about 500 FPS when playing PokeMMO. There are certain Alpha Ditto spawns where my FPS tanks down to 10, like 10 to 18. That's how crazy, like, to give you an idea of how many people are at some of these Alpha Ditto spawns and how we just need more channels to really accommodate for that. Anyways, this could just be a quirk for event season because of the player surge. Yeah, that'll be really interesting when event season comes around. And then toggled off. I really like the idea of being a channel 8 enjoyer. Thank you for a really short, simple suggestion that I think is a fantastic. I think it's the right time. I think it's the perfect time for this. I love the idea. Next up, claim. This is an easy suggestion that I've been asking for a very long time as someone who egg shunted and did a lot of rare shunting on the main account. Anyone who's ever egg shunted seriously understands that the mail, your mail is literally one of your most important resources. Using your mail as storage is so crucial, dude. This guy suggests, hey, what if we could claim multiple Pokemon from the mail to the PC at once? Buying 200 or more breeders from the GTL and manually claiming all of them is such a painful experience. Add a claim all button. Yes, I don't care. It doesn't need to be, you know, you click claim all and then you claim every single mail on your entire account. That would be silly. That would be ridiculous. But what if it just claimed like similar to the GTL? If you go to the GTL and you can click a claim all button and you can click, I'm an Iron Man, so I can't, you know, but there's a claim all button. You could click this and claim the full like row of listings per page. Being able to click claim all per listing would be phenomenal, would be amazing. Excited to see that. I don't think anybody's forgotten this, Veggie. I think we're just waiting for the update still. Veggie said, by the way, weren't they supposed to add a new shutting method? Nobody is talking about this as if it's forgotten. I don't think anybody's forgot about it. We see I just saw a forum post like 10 days ago being like, hey man, where's the update? And everybody's like, hey man, like, just, it takes patience. Unfortunately, the PokeMMO devs like just don't communicate, and they don't like to get, well, they to be fair, they've been communicating better than, I don't want to like totally just bash them. They've been communicating better than ever. It's not even they don't like communicating. They don't like giving ETAs. They don't like giving estimated times on updates, and I think it is what it is. What are you going to do? It's not something they like to do. It is what it is, right? Anyways, back to the, no one's forgotten about it from my understanding. It's just, we're just waiting. We're just waiting for an update in PokeMMO. Anyways, claim all the mail. Great update. Shouldn't be, I can't imagine it's that hard to add, but I could be wrong. I'm not a developer. What do I know? Next up, more chat options by GB Weed, a legend of the community. Pretty simply put, this is what happened like a global chat. I totally feel this. I like to have all languages on in my chat as well, because sometimes Google translating for trades or being involved in the community, You have sometimes people speak English, but like they're like from different places. So why would you not want to like? I like having all languages on. It helps you interact with more people and be more involved with the community. However, what GB Weed is going to say, I agree with. Sometimes you don't always want all languages on. And right now, the only way to turn off, like, do the languages, right? You have to head over to your settings. Every single time you'd want to change this, you have to head over to your settings, go to chat language setup, and then turn them all off and turn them all back on. You have to change your settings back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then if you like miss it, if you're only on English and you miss a chat, you can't turn it on and then scroll up and see that chat. You've now missed that chat forever. Whereas I like the idea of, GB Weed kind of hints at it. I like the idea of, what if you could open up 2 different global chats? He kind of says this. I like the idea if I could have a chat for English global chat, a chat for Spanish global chat, a chat for English and Chinese and Spanish, like, and then like, you know, other, like, I think having different chats that show different languages would be fantastic. That'd be a much better way to break it up, in my opinion. Kind of a, not a whole, I think that a whole lot of people are worried about, but I think it would be a great thing for communication. Communication is really important in MMOs. So that was a great little suggestion from GB Weed. Anyways, next up, I love suggestions that allow players to flex things more. I think one of the things that PokeMMO needs to work on is players' ability to show off achievements. And not that that's even required. Obviously, PokeMMO players don't need that. PokeMMO players don't need to flex their stuff. Like, people go for shinies, people go for secret shinies, shalfas, and some of those you can flex, for example, 1 shiny at a time. You can flex 1 shiny at a time with the follower sprite, and you can flex 1 vanity of each slot at a time with your player slot, right? However, a lot of players don't know what certain vanities are. A lot of people might see someone with the Holly hair clip is a really good example. Most new players are going to see someone with the Holly hair clip and not think anything of it. Not think of it as like any sort of cool whatever vanity, when in reality, it's a vanity that's worth, okay, it's gone down a bit to be fair, but still like 55 mil for a very small, it's that little like 3 pixel, you know, vanity. I think it's cool to be able to right click on someone, inspect the player, and see their fit, you know, get their fit information, maybe see their hours played. We could keep that to like a permission based thing where you have to go into your settings and change what people can see. I love the idea of being able to right click someone, inspect their player, see their hours played, see their Pokeyen, see their battle points. If you want it to be private, you can turn that off. See their see their trainer card, see their issue date, see their Pokedex information. Maybe you could even have like, oh, here, like a MySpace type page where it's like, my favorite Pokemon is Shuckle, or, you know, what's your proudest achievement in PokeMMO? And then you can have, you know, something listed, or eventually if we ever get an achievement log, achievement diary or something like that, you could have like an achievement list. Like, I've defeated maybe you could put like, oh, I've beaten the Ho-Oh refight like 100 times. Like, that would be really fucking cool to flex an interesting achievement that otherwise people might not go for. Otherwise, they don't even get to kind of, not that you need to be able to brag about your accomplishments, but it is nice to feel proud about them and show them off to some extent. Not to do it because you need someone else's approval, but it's kind of like a cherry on top sort of thing, in my opinion. So I would love to see more abilities to do that. And this is just kind of, I kind of hijacked this guy's post, but this is just kind of one of those, not the inspect player thing, but a shop thing. Being able to right click a player and view their shop. This could be a box similar to the account box designated in your PC, and maybe you could put like vanities in there as well, and you could see like different Pokemon, you could see vanities. I love this. You basically say, add a shop, could be a designated box, such in the bag with price for viewing. While methods encourages interaction between the players, helps shop owners on the forums, adds stalls with a cluster of creating buildings. I see like player-owned shops. I love the idea of this. Great suggestion by Broken in my opinion. And then finally, one last post I wanted to call out, because obviously I love Clue. He's a team member of mine in Team Mister, even though I haven't been as active anymore. I love the team, but I'm just playing the Iron Man account. But this is really cool to me. I love showing off, even if this wasn't Clue, I would show this, right? I love showing off people who are leaning into collectibles in PokeMMO, and I love that people are embracing the encounter counter with stride. For those who don't know, now with the official encounter counter in PokeMMO, whenever you catch a shiny, you get the encounter number on the shiny's summary page. So for example, Clue is willing to buy low encounter shinies, and not only that, but specific encounter shinies. So he wants like 5 encounter, like this 5 encounter shiny Ponyta. He's also looking for any shinies that are sub 10 encounters. Also willing to go for the meme number, the new fresh meme number: 67 encounters, 69 encounters, 100 encounters flat, 420 encounters, 666, 999, 1000, 30,000, 69, 420, 80,000, 85. I didn't even get that one. It took me a second to, God damn it. Anyways, calculator math. And then 200,000 plus encounters. I think this is really fucking cool that people are leaning into that information, that new encounter counter detail, and making a whole new, like, not only did the encounter counter add an official encounter counter in game, it also added a whole new way for people to collect shinies and a whole new thing for people to spend their money on at endgame. And I think that's really fucking cool. So shout out to Clue and shout out to all the collectors that do stuff like that and anybody trying to make those sales. Woo! Anyways, that is the start of the stream recap. If you enjoyed today's stream recap, make sure to like it physically on YouTube. It helps out tremendously. Subscribe for daily videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this Monday through Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and jump into some gameplay, get grinding, and get started because I am fucking broke on the Iron Man. Holy guacamole. Iron Man episodes every single Sunday. It is my pride and joy on my channel right now. If you don't know, I've been playing an account from scratch that cannot trade or use the GTL. I have 800 hours in it over the past 3 months or so. If you want to see what it's like to start Pokemon from scratch in 2025, if you're asking yourself, is it too late to start Pokemon in 2025? Go check out my starting journey. It'll show you what to do, even as a non-Iron Man, right? As a non-Iron Man, it'll give you a good direction and show you how to get started in PokeMMO, what to do, and how to get really into the game competitively and take it very seriously and catch up to people very, very quickly. All right, let's jump into it. This is a fantastic question. Patrouski, any recommendations for AFK Pokemon activities? Would love some second monitor stuff to do on my main account. For anybody wondering, when we say the word AFK, this bugged me. When I was new to RuneScape, this phrase irritated me, so I know it's going to irritate some of you guys, and I apologize. But when someone says AFK in terms of RuneScape or in terms of what we're going to talk about here, what we actually mean is an activity that you can do while only clicking only clicking the screen 1 to 3 times every 10 to 20 seconds. It's not actually you away from keyboard. It usually means an activity that I can do while multitasking. So that's really important to clear up. Anyways, to answer your actual question, AFK things to do on your main account. You could, ×5 Horde Shiny Hunt is always pretty good. Single encounter hunting is a bit harder in my opinion. I think ×5 Hoarding is much more AFK. Ditto hunting is not bad depending on what strats you do if you want to make some Pokeyen. Payday, but it's pretty bad Pokeyen. I would recommend it if possible. XP training is always pretty solid. If you like prepare and EV train a bunch of Pokemon and make some like mediocre comps, you could do a bunch of XP training for profit. XP training, shiny hunting, ×5 Horde specifically near a PC, ×5 Horde Leppas. If you have Leppa shunts that you want to do and have like the Leppas can afford it, Leppa shunting might be the most ultimate AFK fit. It's so comfy. Leppa shunting is the one thing that I usually do on controller because it's so, you just sit there and press like almost 1 to 2 buttons over and over and over again. It's so comfy. If there's anything else I'm missing, let me know, chat, but those are the main ones that I can think of. XP training, ×5 Hordes, Ditto farming, certain farms like that where you're seeing the Pokemon, you know, pretty often, or every so maybe Nincada farming. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's great question. Fossil farming, you could probably fossil farm at Turnback Cave specifically. Not like everywhere, but Turnback Cave, you probably could do pretty AFK. Maybe Amulet Coin farming, maybe Heatmore farming, depending on how attentive that is for you. Kind of, you have to test on what's too much, what's whatever for you, right? But yeah, hopefully that helps point you in some direction. Great, I love the question. Understanding what are active things you can do with your brain while playing PokeMMO, what are some AFK things you can do, having the different playstyles ready to go and lined up is super important in my opinion. Yeah, someone also just asked, hey, where's VGC? Like I wanted to check, I've been playing Pokemon actively, I wanted to check in how's, you know, that update doing. Dude, we're still waiting on it. We're waiting on, I think, 3 big updates that the devs have talked about, slash, like, I don't want to say promised to us, but heavily imply that it's coming, right? So the 3 things are, number 1, a new shiny hunting method. That was talked about. Number 2, VGC instead of the current doubles format in PokeMMO, so adding VGC. And then number 3 was temporary incubators. So we're waiting on 3 massive things that we're just kind of waiting on, and we'll see the update when we see it, but those are the current docket list. So many good questions today, so early on. Someone said, Pat, do you think repeat balls should get buffed? So I actually previously was a massive fan of repeat balls getting buffed, because repeat balls used to be the strongest Pokeball in PokeMMO, and now they're kind of the weakest. They still do have one niche at Dittos. They are the best ball at Dittos after you catch 15 of the same species. I don't know if I'm as confident. I think a small buff would be fine. I used to want them to go up to like 3.5 times catch rate. The problem is, I think that would be way too good. I think that would make Dittos too easy to catch. Sorry to piss off the Ditto hunters, but you got to keep the market in check, and economy health is more important than ease of player access. Okay. So I no longer think we should do a 3.5 times. It's just too much. I think 3 times is fine. Yeah, Miss was. I think 3 times is fine. And I think we and test it for a while. Yes. So what? And it'd be more work for more reward, right? Instead of catching 15 Pokemon in a row to get from 1 point catch rate up to 2.5 times, you would catch 20 Pokemon of the same species in a row, and then that would get you up to 3 times if you got there, right? I think that would be interesting. I think that's a very fair buff, and if it's too strong specifically for Dittos, we can raise the Pokeyen, or we can revert the buff. There's a lot of things we can do to like even things out or figure things out. If the change is not great, we can just adjust. It's all adjusting a numbers game, which thankfully like shouldn't be too bad in my opinion. So yeah, great question. I think that's the only Pokeball right now I do want to do a Pokeball metagame overview. The Pokeball metagame is really good right now in PokeMMO. I think some of the Johto Pokeballs need a little bit of a buff, or need a little bit of like a niche usage. A whole lot of them aren't used, but even then, people are finding uses for like Ditto farming with heavy balls. Some people swear by love balls if you have the right like setup versus alphas. Like, it kind of depends. The cost to make a lot of them is tough, but I think a lot of people just haven't explored the Johto Pokeballs well enough, to be totally honest with you as well. We kind of haven't really respected. We haven't really looked into that. So I think the Pokeball metagame right now in Pokemon is really, really good. And what a good Pokeball metagame looks like is asking yourself, okay, I'm in this stage of the fight. What ball should I use, right? What should I do? So, for example, I'll give you it right now, right? I'm at turn 8 in this fight against Lickilicky, right? It's turn 8, so my boost is 3.1 times. I think once you get this deep in the... Well, not even, though. If Lickilicky stays asleep for 2 turns in a row here, Dream Ball would actually be more effective than... what's it called? Then Climber Ball here, because I would only be in 2 turns or whatever. I'd only be at like 3.8 or whatever. I'd be at like a 3.7 times catch rate, versus if it's still asleep by that turn, it would actually be a 4 times catch rate. So you're constantly adjusting. If you want to be optimal, you are constantly adjusting and constantly changing what Pokeballs you are using in a current alpha fight, in a current like any sort of catch in PokeMMO. And to me, that is a really good sign of a very healthy Pokeball metagame, where you're using multiple different Pokeballs and using ball knowledge and adjusting based on the situation. Pat, is it just me, or has the average winning score for catch events gotten higher, more players participating, I guess? Yeah, no, it for sure has. I don't know if it's the Iron Man effect. I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. I think the game is really popular right now, and there's not a lot of players don't have a whole lot of direction right now, where a lot of us are waiting for certain updates. So I think people are just doing catch events to break monotony and like as an event in the meantime. I've been shouting them out. It's that, number one. I've also been shouting them out a lot more at the beginning of every stream recap. We didn't do that for a long time. That's like a new thing that I've only been doing for the past like 20, maybe 30 stream recaps. So those two things alongside the Iron Man account, right? Like, there's like 3 to 4 or 5 reasons why catch events have gotten a lot harder. I mean, it's harder to win them, dude. They're way more competitive. People are taking them a lot more seriously. I think there are a lot more, also just people using more nest balls. The strategies developing. Strategies have gotten better. People have gotten better at catch events, as well as, I think, more participants on average. We don't know for sure, but it seems like that in my personal opinion. Great question. They're gonna bring it up for sure. That's actually fucking Gigabrain. Wow, I hadn't thought about that at all. That is a really, okay. This is like a perfect example of how we're still learning the Iron Man account. I have been so excited to breed up a 5x31 Snivy / Superior, and I've been planning like plant Edgermons to do that, etc., etc. I can do that still, but I shouldn't use an ability patch, a grass patch on Snivy. I can actually save it. The reason why Veggie, fellow Iron Man, just explained, I didn't even think about this. You can actually get hidden ability Servines or superiors from mysterious cherish balls during the Lunar New Year, at least last year. Maybe this year they won't come back, but last year you could get hidden ability ones from mysterious balls. So if I can just wait and get them from mysterious balls and save one of the most limited resources on the Iron Man account, aka the ability patches, that's way better, right? So that, yeah, that's actually huge. I didn't even think about that. That is a fantastically good idea, in my opinion. That's really, really, dude, I didn't even think about that. Imagine in the mysterious balls are going to be like insane for Iron Man. Imagine pulling out a level 100 competitive Pokemon. Yeah, that's going to go ridiculously hard. I didn't even think about that. There's so much to learn when it comes to, we've never had an event season on Iron Man. And there's only so much you can like think about and prepare before you got to just test it and see what works and what doesn't and just see how things play out. So event seasons, I'm sure we're gonna have a lot more revelations like this when event season finally rolls around. But shout out to Iron Veggie, that was a fantastic call. I'm probably gonna save my hidden, there's no reason to go for superior that soon. Charizard I needed for the, even if Charizard even if you can get one during the event, I'm still glad I used my patch because you need Charizard for the raids themselves. So I'd rather have that prepared than wait for this Lunar New Year event and miss out on Halloween and Christmas raids because of that, my personal opinion. All right, it is finally that time, fellas. We have a lot of space we can go ahead and clear on the Iron Man team. It's been a while. I told people that after like 1 to 3 months, I'm going to start clearing space for inactivity. You can see how many players haven't logged in since June, right? Much love to you players. I hope you enjoyed the Iron Man experience while you did. And this is no disrespect towards you. Much love to you. But we have other players, other young, hungry Iron Men who want to be in the team. Anybody who's, let me set a date. Anybody who's not been online since like mid-July, 15-ish, can probably all be kicked. If you haven't been online in 2 months, it's probably time. I'm sorry. Yeah, salutes 07s to the fallen soldiers. This is with zero disrespect intended. This is just, look how inactive, dude. PokeMMO is a very seasonal game for a lot of people. Look at how inactive. I love the Iron Man team, but look, it's to be honest, look how inactive this is. Hit from team. I'm sorry, soldiers. I love you all very much. You're very respectable gamers for even giving the Iron Man game mode a shot. You know, for giving it a solid try. I respect you so much. We're gonna kick all the way up to 715 and clear a ton of space. If you are an Iron Man account and would like to join the Iron Man team, there's never been a better time. I'm gonna be inviting a bunch of people very soon here. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure someone will be back. Yes, if I'm picking you right now and you want to be active again, come on stream, let me know. We'll get you reinvited. Don't worry. It's not, you know, it's not a permanent kick forever. It's not a banishment. It's just for now. For those who are inactive, so we can have more space. I don't want to kick anybody. It's not a thing I look forward to, but it's to clear space for other players. All right, there we go, fellas. There we go. That is a lot. How many? We went from 150 out of 150 up. Let's see how much space we have now. We just kicked like 40 players. Almost 40. Oh, like almost a third-ish. Maybe like 30%. That's a lot. We just have a lot more space now, fellas. Hell yeah. That's good news. Anybody who wants in, I'm going to start inviting people. Post IGNs in chat and make sure you're online and active and such. All right, fellas, and with another amazing, important breed on the Iron Man done, that is where I'm going to go ahead and call it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for PokeMMO content, videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. Above and beyond support is really fucking appreciated. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, Venmo, etc. Always super appreciated. I am going to be trying to set up a new microphone off stream today. So hopefully tomorrow, if everything goes right tomorrow, you'll wake up with a higher quality content creator. But honestly, let's be honest, it's probably not going to go well with me dealing with audio. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to undersell it, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be an exciting Wednesday. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Play PokeMMO. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Good luck on your shiny hunts. I miss shiny hunting. I'll see you guys with that very soon. But for now, peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to take this time to say thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel. Your names are all listed here. You make it possible for me to make helpful and mildly entertaining content for the game that I love and make it available for free for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for allowing me to even be here.